With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. We've got a good matchup in the guard position tonight, Clark. Should be a fun battle for the fans.
I agree. I mean, every kid loves to dribble and shoot, so it's a blast to watch the pros do it, the best in the world. Plus, if there's any ankle breaking going on tonight, you know it's going viral.
Here's Mourning. Shot clock at 6. Here's Booker. And he banks in the layup.
The easy money there for Booker. Can't let him get this close with the ball.
Outside Johnson. On target from range.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Booker. Down low. Sarr pulls it in.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
Outside Covington. Sarr a screen. It's Johnson with a drive. Rebounded by Mourning. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. The Hornets are led by head coach Charles Lee, who was a two-time champion as an assistant, Clark.
Yeah, that's exactly right, B.A. He won a title as an assistant coach with the Bucks in 2021, then another as the top assistant for the Celtics in 2024, and that's exactly why Lee was brought to Charlotte, to establish and build a winning culture.
Washington shooting their first foul shot of the game. You think back to the prime years of Kawhi Leonard, Clark. He was absolutely dominant.
Yeah, he really was. I mean, so few wings could dominate the way Kawhi did when he was healthy and in his prime. I mean, he could score at all three levels, especially in that mid-range game. Absolutely lethal. And then defensively, he was a stopper. He would just turn people's water off. In his peak, he was as good as any two-way player we've had in the league.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
You love the intensity on Booker's drive. Cutting in like there's nothing the defense can do to stop him.
Outside Johnson to the middle. Sarr. The kick out to Johnson. Puts up a deep three. And again, it's Washington with a three.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Outside Booker. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Inside. Here's Mourning. Outside for Booker. Puts one up from 19. Pass to Knipple. Christie with a steal. Outside Johnson. And he drives in. It's intercepted. And it's the Hornets on the break. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Covington.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
A minute 37 left in the first. Here's Knipple. Still without a bucket. Clock at 6. Here's Miller. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
This shows you the versatility of Miller. He's able to work off screens and create some space for himself.
Picked by Covington. Here's Johnson. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Good contest. Can't let him have open shots from mid-range.
Now Miller. Outside Booker. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
Picked by Misi. Throws it up high. Johnson with a bucket. Johnson's got 11 points.
That's 4 connections and 5 tries now for him in what's been a great first quarter.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Miller. Back to Booker. And here's Knipple from the arc. Connects from downtown.
3-point field goal.
Washington leading by 3. Outside Johnson. Outside Covington. Fires for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And so it's the Washington Wizards with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shoot. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Washington?
Well, we're in the era of the 3-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
Looking at the young forward, Brandon Miller. Just how high is this kid's ceiling, Clark?
Yeah, I think he's got all-star potential. I mean, he's a multifaceted scorer, a really solid rebounder at the wing position, and a good passer, just a good all-around player who I think is only going to get better and better as time goes on.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, many have predicted an all-star future for Brandon Miller. He said, I don't really read anything like that. I just focus on what I can do today. It's all about the work. That's the only way to get better. I just came in with the mindset of making my team better and being a winning player. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Wizards leading by 8. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Sara screen. From downtown. Drills it from deep. Sar's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, you have to track Sar in that action. He's so fluid for his size and does a great job coming off the pick.
Uses the glass on the layup.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Here's Nowitzki. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And here's Johnson to the right side. Heinrich. And the Wizards with another 3.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
To the inside. Here's Harper. And he buries his first look. Clark, the one expression you hear a lot in basketball, reward the big man. What's that all about?
Well, you know, B.A., the big guys often are the guys doing the dirty work, the unsung work, rebounding, setting screens, getting up and down the floor to create opportunities for their teammates. But they also want that rock, too. So get them the ball every now and then. Let them eat.
Hornets trail by 12. To the paint. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Very few miscues from this team tonight. They valued their possessions and hold the lead, partly because of it.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And they'd love to cut this deficit down to single digits. Booker on the tape. And Booker with the jam.
Wow. Booker doing whatever it takes to get to the basket. Totally fearless.
Screen by Leonard. From deep, Johnson. Rebounded by Mourning.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And Charlotte making a change here. Hornets trail by 8. We've got 1:28 left to play in the half. Back to Booker. To the wing, right side. Takes the three. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. And it's Washington with the ball. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Pelicans at Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. And that starts a 4-game road trip for them. Pass to Mourning. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Boy, the aggressiveness of Mourning inside, I like it. I mean, when he's this deep, he's looking to throw it down.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
It was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happens this often, it's not a pattern. That's a characteristic.
What a finish. Love to see that kind of explosiveness from Booker.
Pass to Leonard. And again, it's Washington. And Booker's got the ball here for Charlotte. 8-point game. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. Here's Salone. No points yet. Inside. 6 to shoot. Can't cash it in from close range.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back. When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And so it's Washington earning this break in the action, up 10. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. More 2K action in just a moment. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Johnson with it. Pass to Covington. Jacks up a three. Fires, hitting the triple. Covington's got 6.
A volume three-point shooter. Now, Covington understands this team depends on his ability to space the floor.
And stolen by Covington. Johnson for 3. And Alexander Sarr going to pick up the foul here. That's foul number 2 for him.
The way he was going over and through the man in front of him, he should have known the whistle was coming.
Yeah, you know, that was out of his reach anyway, so I don't even know why he made that effort. No need to commit the foul there.
Fires from deep. They get it again. Pass to Knipple. Here's Mourning. 6 on the shot clock. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Salone. Off target at the rim. Wizards leading by 13. Now Sarr. Right side Christie. Sarr a screen. There's the 3. Christie's shot is off. And it's the Hornets ball. They host the Hawks after this one. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. Outside Booker. To the inside. Stolen by Sarr. Here's Leonard. Leonard gets there for the fast break finish.
Well, gotta go back to the steal that started the break. Alex Sarr, just great instincts. I'll tell you, this kid's got a high ceiling. Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Here's Johnson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, Grant, when it comes to exciting young guards who can really fill it up, Trey Johnson's name has to come to mind.
Yeah, no question about it, B.A. This kid can score in a variety of ways, and his confidence is what makes him so dangerous in this department.
You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expecting to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to have 4 or more shooters on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot.
Back to Sexton. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And it's Nowitzki missing. Wizards leading by 13. From deep, Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Outside Christie. Beyond the arc. Hits the trifecta. Christie's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said, the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. B.A.?
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Sinks that one from the post.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense. And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Now here's Brown. No points so far. Pass to Nowitzki. Again, Charlotte.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Three-pointer Yakatonis sinks the tray. Yakatonis has got his first 3 points of the game. Back to Brown. Picked it. And so it's Washington up 15 points as this quarter concludes. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Hornets trail by 15. Booker with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Pass to Salah. Booker surveying the D. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Mourning, covered by Covington. Mourning misses. Washington leading by 15. Here's Sarr. Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, I love seeing Sarr get a little more physical there inside.
And Booker's got the ball here for Charlotte. Down low. Oh, deflected. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. To the middle. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Wizards.
You just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
It's Johnson with a drive. It's rebounded by Salon. Now Booker. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. He goes up, and the dunk by Leonard.
Smart in transition. Leonard finding the right spot and doing what he does.
Pass to Miller. Back to Booker. Down low. Here's Salon. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Washington leading by 19. Here's Christie. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Knipple. Over Christie. Charlotte, no good that time either. Outside Johnson. From outside the arc. Knocks down the triple. Johnson's got 19 points.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways, so you got to take that into account.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Pass to Booker. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Johnson. Charlotte again missing. Washington leading by 22. Three-pointer. And Booker pulls it down.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And, you know, for Miller, his passing is probably the most valuable and overlooked part of his game.
Sarr up top. Back to Johnson. And stolen by Booker. Now the Hornets moving it up. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Nowitzki. Shot clock at 5. Tough! Hits a turnaround.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Wizards.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And what a huge performance it was for Trey Johnson.
Tremendous contribution from him, scoring the basketball. Everywhere you look, his fingerprints were all over this game.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Here's Christie. And the three-pointer goes.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And that one's good. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Washington. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. And the bucket is good.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Inside. Here's Nowitzki. Misses the shot. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.